How to use PageSpeed Insights intro video. I'm creating new tutorials on Rank Your Blog related to using PageSpeed Insights. So this is an intro video. PageSpeed Insights basically is a free tool that any website owner can use to see how the page is performing. If you're using Google Search Console, Core Web Vitals report is also important, whereby Google groups the URLs and gives you a bit more data related to your entire website. So how do you use this tool? At basic level, what you want to test different parts of your website, not just your home page. In this example, rank your website built on WordPress. Look at the score here. That's not to beat on my chest, but rather tell you that you're learning from experience. Whether it's desktop or mobile, that's the front page. But since it's a typical blog, I need to test different parts of my website, including the blog portion. And in that example, it's still performing not bad. So when you're using this tool, this is what you can do. In this example, everything seems okay. There's a couple of suggestions. In my example, I don't really want to change the image format because looking at this, I'm happy with the results here. But let's imagine we were looking at something like this, different website, especially e-commerce sites with product URLs. They tend to be a little bit more heavy. So there is great opportunities here. So as we can see, Core Web Vitals assessment has failed. You can press on the question mark icon to learn more about the Core Web Vitals. The reason the Core Web Vitals and these scores are important is because it's coming from real world usage data. What does that mean? That means when someone visits your website and web pages using Google Chrome, that's what that data is all about. Chrome user experience data. And this then tells you, in this example, this website is performing terribly. And the metrics shown here are the core web development parts of a website. Because although the website is made up with many different parts, as far as Google Chrome is concerned, and as far as the way people interact with websites, these are the most important factors to make sure they work reasonably well. And all of these metrics directly affect your Google ranking results. That's why they are very important. In this example, let's just briefly look at this, right? It's saying performance, in this example, it's absolutely terrible. That means if this website owners optimize the performance, they will automatically improve their conversions because they will improve user experience. That means they'll improve their bottom line, right? And their profits as a business. Now, when you're looking at PageSpeed Insights, there's two ways to go about it. So first, because this is an intro video, I'll try and simplify it. Let's imagine when you're looking at all these reports here and you're overwhelmed as to what you're seeing and trying to understand what's going on. At that moment, don't still neglect this. So I'll share with you 4 optimization methods for your website if there's problems here, so after you run your tests, you're seeing bad performing website, here's what you can do without having that technical skill. First, let's imagine you're a local business in Australia, and let's imagine your web server is hosted in some web host in USA, and the web host is performing terribly. So the easiest thing you can do is actually upgrade your web server if you're a local business. In Australia, crazy domains, if you know how to use it, they are reasonable, and the performance wise they are also very good too. Now, you can conduct tests, but I won't complicate things. You can use the simple Microsoft command prompt. Just type CMD to bring out the command prompt and just ping your own website, and also ping your competitor website, and look at the time in terms of response. And as we can see in this example, there's a huge difference. That means if my server was performing terrible, then just upgrading the web server will improve everything related to PageSpeed insights. Next, what you can do is look at the plugins that you're using or the apps that you're using on your website, and be very thoughtful as to the apps or the plugins that you're using, knowing that each app and a plugin burdens your page load times. Because oftentimes some apps you have to use, that's okay. But sometimes, just because you can use an app to accomplish a simple task doesn't mean that you should. Perhaps coding the functionality to your theme could be ideal. So basically, triple check the plugins that you're using that you can do without technical skills. Also, since we're living in modern internet, most website owners use content management systems. And most of these content management systems allow you to quickly and easily install new themes. And if that's the case, and if your website is performing terribly, then perhaps upgrading to a better theme, less complex theme, will help the PageSpeed insights and core web vitals. Then what you can do is look at the images that you're using, because images play an important part on internet. At minimum, make sure you understand the way pages are loaded, and sometimes some website owners make a mistake by just uploading a huge resolution images, and yet their website structure doesn't support the width or the height that you're uploading. If that's the case, you can easily optimize your images by reducing their width and height. So they are the 4 things that you can do if you do not have technical skills. Upgrade to a better web server. If your target audience is based globally, consider using content delivery networks. Cloudflare is a popular one, and it's free for one website. If you're a local business in Australia, consider different web hosts that are better. And consider hosting your website in the country if you're a local business, as in the country that you're operating. Then double check your plugins and apps and use only the bare minimum to accomplish your conversion objectives. If your website theme is too complex, consider upgrading to a simpler, better coded theme, or perhaps even a premium theme. They are the 4 things you can do without diving deeper into the PageSpeed Insights analysis here. In the upcoming tutorials, I'll try and touch base with some of these things and show you how to optimize it. If you've got any questions or comments, use Rank Your Blog system instead of Rank Your YouTube channel. So this was the intro video for PageSpeed Insights. Once again, you're learning with Rank Your, and what you're seeing on the screen, this is a live test. And if you do find another website with this score results, both for mobile and desktop on internet, simply comment on this video, because I'd like to know which other website owner has accomplished something like this. And I'll talk with you in the next video session.